Yeah, no, I'm not. Alright, so Sheik did alright.
Alright, so we are going to have a Sheik Ditto. Sheik Ditto between Rickety as well as Yoshi. And Rick definitely favored here. Being a good Sheik player since like 2007 at least, if not 2006. Rick has beaten Azen, if you did not know, the actual Azen, who used to be a really good player in 2006 and 2007, and he actually did beat him in 2007. So anyway, we have Sheiks going off. It's really, really hard to tell which Sheik is which because they've got like probably the most similar colors possible. We've got, I mean, it actually looks like blue against blue. Like, I'm sure there's a subtle difference. I think Yoshi may be slightly darker, but it looks like such a subtle difference. Yeah, Rickety is the Sheik that is currently winning. And, wow, he really commanding first stock. Combos as well as follow-ups really just kept things going. That's really when you really start getting good at Melee, where you manage to just keep following up into everything, where it just looks like one huge combo, even though it's not just one huge combo. You can pick up your combos even after dropping them, whether from tech chases or just quickly winning in the neutral to set up another combo or tech chase. Rick looking really, really strong here, but Yoshi showing... No, wait, that's still Rick. It's so hard to tell. If only they could maybe pick different, more different Sheik colors, because this is really blue against blue. Like, there is a red and a green Sheik. Those are a lot easier to tell apart than a blue Sheik and another blue Sheik. One is like just slightly darker, and that slightly darker one is Yoshi. God, slightly darker one. What is this? I think there was a phantom hit right there. Yeah, Rick is, he really is good. And he doesn't always show it. Sometimes he sandbags, but Rick is really, really good. And I made sure to say sandbag as loud as I could so he would hear me. Anyway, Rick... Oh, wow, forward air managing to beat out the down smash. I think he came above the down smash hitboxes with the forward air. Trying some recovery tricks with the wall jump. It is freakishly hard to tell who is who, when things are actually happening. I can tell who is who maybe when players die. So Rick just died there. And I can tell more by looking at the stock counts than by actually looking at the characters themselves. So competing needles needling into each other, achieving, well, nothing. Ooh, that was not good. Aerialed right down onto the ground, but manages to actually... Oh no! What? I was gonna say, he managed to knock Yoshi off, catching Yoshi overextending, but then he just falls off the stage, and suddenly Rick is not in the lead anymore. Is he going to drop this first game? And now we have the chain grabs come out, so that answers the question that Rick was wondering before. Is it going to be chain grab or not to chain grab? Rick doing some spacing, manages to put some pressure on the shield, bait Yoshi into jumping high, and then catching him with that incredible frame data on the neutral air. And now it's actually Yoshi putting out the hitboxes, the back air, which is it's just an incredible move all around. But Rick is now back in control, managing to throw Yoshi off stage, waited a little bit too long with that down smash, and now Yoshi is back on the stage, back to neutral, not in neutral anymore. Rick at the disadvantage though, so Yoshi possibly poised to take this game. Yoshi at 69%. One of a very wondrous number. And Rick is now in trouble. This could be it. Is this going to be it? Rick is off the stage. Very few recovery options for a Sheik at high percent. He's just going to grab him, throw him off, and Yoshi closes out game one. After that commanding lead from Rick at the start, Yoshi takes game one. This is a best out of 5, and I am not going to forget to update the score this time. Alright, so Yoshi actually in the lead Rick counterpicked with Pokemon Stadium. I don't think Rick is going to switch characters in this matchup. I don't know. You know, actually, it's hard to say. You really never know. But right now, I'd say he's probably not, if only because he is now coming from behind in terms of game count. So I don't know if he really wants to risk trying to go something like Fox or Puff when he's down in games. Because if he loses one of those, then he would be further down in games, and he basically would not be allowed to lose anymore. So he's taken the lead in this game now, but I mean, he started out last game with a pretty commanding lead, and we saw how that turned out. Yoshi managed to even it up a bit, slightly, and then Rick made a critical error, and that just really opened the door for Yoshi to take the first game, that is. If you actually watch like Rick play, his style is like very well developed. Like, he's not really thought of as a new school player, but I mean, his tech skill is solid. His style, again, really well developed, and he again makes a critical error and just accidentally loses his stock when he was in the lead and winning in the neutral. All right, evens it up, but I mean, he should be in the lead. He made a critical error, so he's again starting to take the advantage. And when we see someone like Rick, who has been playing for so long, he knows his character, he's good, he's beaten good players, he's like kind of got it all. He's got the punish game, he's got the fundamentals as well. He's both like a very fundamental player, and particularly with his Sheik, he's got the punish game. He really does. Yoshi, though, saying he's got some fundamentals of his own, making Rick just run into his back airs. I think Yoshi dropped an opportunity there, but here's another one. The chain grab's coming out again. And Yoshi yet again taking the lead. Is Yoshi going to beat Rick? It's too early to tell, but I mean, he's certainly looking like he can do it right now. Yoshi must be getting really, really good at the Sheik Ditto, but we did have pretty much a textbook punish right there. Force the other Sheik onto the stage and then just hit him with a down smash to go off the stage. At that percent, I think he could have even just up smashed and probably killed him vertically. But I think the down smash is the better choice. It's the more methodical, like textbook appropriate choice, because you send them off the stage, and even if you don't kill them, you recreate the same situation, the same edge guard. But a bad forward air on shield for Yoshi does give Rick a grab. Wow, that was amazing. Jump onto the platform, waveland off, and forward air again. But a missed waveland this time puts Yoshi in control for just a second, but now it's Yoshi off the stage. Now it's Rickety's turn to do the down air combo into another move for the kill. We did see that from Yoshi before. I think he did it with a forward air. I did not like that jump up high from Rick. That was definitely potential to lose the entire stock there just from jumping up high. And Yoshi proving to be pretty methodical himself. Instead of going for a harder punish, just gets the grab, puts on percent with the pummels, and then throws him back off stage, recreate the situation, just keep the advantage rather than going for something risky that could blow the entire situation. Rick, meanwhile, now he's the one with the grab and the chain grabs, but he pummels a little too much, and Yoshi gets out. I wonder if Yoshi's mashing. When you start playing when you start playing good players, and you see them pressing Z to pummel you and get damage, you really do have to start mashing. It's something you really need to learn how to do. Sometimes at lower levels, players don't mash. They figure oh, I got grabbed, I'll just let him do his thing, because technically the grab should be guaranteed, but if they press Z too much, you can mash out. Alright, so Rick does take it, but that was still a close game. So it's now 1-1. Alright, 1-1. 1-1. So far, this is looking to be a good set. But Rick definitely as the more experienced player, and I feel like we've seen in a set earlier, like his set against Kuma, and I feel like just the way he plays, I think he starts to get better the longer a set goes on. Because he starts really learning his opponent more. He gets in that the more experienced player groove. But I'm certainly not going to count Yoshi out. That was very interesting. That was actually a forward throw tech chase with Sheik into a forward air. Very unorthodox. Forward throw tech chase with Sheik. Oh, alright, so commits to that neutral air, just a full hop neutral air, then he was just in some recovery frames, and Rick was able to finish off that stock. So a slight lead for Yoshi. Who knows where that will go? I think some accidental needles from Rick. Rick now looking in not such a great situation, but he manages to get out of it with the down smash. And, you know, I actually really like watching Sheik Dittos, and I think Sheik has long been considered like a lame, not so entertaining character. I don't personally think that's true. It does depend a lot on the player, because Sheik is a character that you can play in a very basic, undeveloped way, and it can actually work. But I think when you actually have like Sheiks with well-developed playstyles, I actually really like it. The movement looks very, very smooth because it's fast. It's really fast. And she's such a fundamental character that I really like seeing good spacing on her aerials, which have such both great hitbox size as well as frame data. And this is again Yoshi doing that very methodical thing with getting Rick on the stage and grabbing him again, getting a lot of guaranteed damage. Space back air on shield, and I mean these games are close. You really can't actually call who's going to win. It's so close, and Yoshi has already pretty much like solidified his spot on the next San Diego Power Rankings with some of the wins that he's had. And if he takes this, it's just going to, well, solidify it even more, give him an even higher position, and he would have an incredible run of going from like not even on the power rankings to quite possibly, if not probably, top 10 on the power rankings. Yoshi has just been an absolute monster and proving himself left and right these days. Rick, though, taking the lead. Rick has proven himself a very long time ago. He doesn't have a whole lot to prove these days, but maybe still has something to prove. This set ain't over yet. And Yoshi is getting the chain grabs, just chain grabs into chain grabs. Misses the forward throw, the forward air follow-up, which was a little surprising from the chain grab, but he's got him off anyway. And yeah, I knew it. He's just going to grab again, throw him off. Oh, but a little... So that time, Yoshi actually stopped being so methodical for a second and actually went for a risky back air off stage. And he did pay for a little bit. He took something like 20-25% for going for that risky back air instead of sticking to his methodical game of just waiting for Rick to get on the stage, pummeling him a bit with a grab, and then throwing him back off. Rick now winning in the neutral, has a significant percent lead, but this is a Sheik Ditto, and they've shown so far that they are going to chain grab. But Rick getting those tips on the platform, and he's doing a lot of like waveland onto the platform, slide off with the forward air, and it's catching Yoshi sometimes, and even when it doesn't catch him, it's usually pretty safe. So Rick now up 2-1. Now, even though... Oh, what is this? Rick is now up 2-1, so now the Marth comes out. Now the secondaries come out. I'm afraid of this, though. I personally think he should have stayed Sheik, and I'm worried that he might be hearing me saying this, but you know what? I'll trust his judgment right now. He is the better player. He's the one still in the bracket. I don't know if maybe he's just worried that Yoshi might have the edge on this particular stage. As far as Marth goes, this isn't exactly a good matchup for Marth, but this is one of the better stages for Marth in this matchup. If he can force Sheik to go up high and then punish Sheik in the air. I guess the other thing going in his favor is that Yoshi has said, he has said that he is not particularly fond of this matchup. He does not feel comfortable against Marth. And right now it's looking like Yoshi feels plenty comfortable against in the Sheik Ditto. Still though, personally, I don't know. Well, let's not say too much more about that. Let's just go right on to the match. Right now, Rick is not winning, so the counter pick or his character switch not proving to be Well, right now it's pretty even, actually, after Yoshi dropped that stock. Just did a chain in the air. Probably going for some kind of, like, needle reversal in the air. There are some pretty good reversal in the air tricks with Sheik if you use the needles to just reverse quickly in the air. If your tech skill is not on point, you can, of course, do an accidental chain and kill yourself. But there are actually some pretty good recovery tricks with that. Not the chain, the needle reverse. That's a really good forward smash, but it's still at a low percent. If that was a tipper, I mean, that forward smash probably could have, even if it didn't kill outright, it probably would have led to the eventual death. Yoshi at this point, though, throwing the stocks away. Looked like he started out with the lead, but he has now SD'd both of his first 2 stocks. And Rick going for the counters again. Rick likes to go for the counter. This is a very risky matchup to go for a counter in. Since if she's normally just going for grabs, like just as part of her moveset. It's very strong against Marth. Countering is opening the door for her to just grab you, and then you really don't want to get grabbed by Sheik in this matchup. I mean, you obviously don't want to get grabbed on either side, but Sheik is the one really with the guaranteed damage off grabs in this matchup, whereas there are a lot of grabs are very powerful from Marth in this matchup, but for the most part, in fact, almost none of it is really guaranteed. It's almost all reads, either tech chase reads from down and forward throws, or like just aerial movement reads if you go for an up throw. So Rick in the lead, but not by much. Not by much. Does manage to get a forward smash to finish that stock. And wow, so in edge guard, we're now completely even on the last stock. 0% to 0%. What's going to happen here? Shields the needles. Does manage to get the up throw, getting some tilts. Oh no! Oh no, but Rick too slow on getting to the edge. That could have been the game right there. A nice 10 combo. He actually caught Yoshi out of his jump there. I saw the jump. It wasn't very easy to see, but it looks like nice. Down air, wave dash into the forward smash, and Rick takes it 3-1. But quite a showing by Yoshi. All 3 of those games, wow. What an idiot I am. All 4 of those games were quite close.